Vlad Ethereum Classic.
What's up, gentlemen? Capital gentlemen. So I'm back again today, and we're going to talk about a couple things happening in the markets. I just woke up, and it's looking kind of good for um for some short term analysis. Real quick, um, right? I'm just gonna minimize this, make this a bit easier for now. But we're not talking about Bitcoin as much. We're more so talking about small rotations of capital happening right now. So let's just get into the charts. So if we go, well, we're going to talk about Bitcoin a little bit, but it's not going to be entirety of this video. So I want you to look over here. I want you to see Bitcoin dominance increasing. I want you to see that increasing, right? And now if we go to total three altcoin liquidity, we see that dropping. We see that percentage dropping. So this liquidity is being transferred into Bitcoin, proven by a negative total one. Because if this liquidity isn't increasing, then for this to go up, the liquidity has to come from the other side of the market, as I've already explained many times. But not only that, if we go to Ethereum dominance, I've talked about this before in previous videos. I was like Ethereum capitulation to um, to 500, which that probably isn't going to happen at this point, but a lot of my points still stand according to the dominance downtrend, according to the Ethereum downtrend, Ethereum Bitcoin downtrend. And I just want to point out we had a fake out to the upside back in April, rejection off the highs, fourth rejection over here, triangle breakdown, breaking down to 16%, or breaking down to 16%. Ultimately, where's the trend? Hold on. No, because this weekly to monthly, and then so this trend line, the 3-year trend line support would be broken if we drop down past 16%. It will to 16% as the target, but really the level starts getting tested around 17, 17.5. Wait, let me see. Let me see where we are right now. So it seems that the level be getting tested about, we go down a little. Yeah, 17.5. 17.5. So that's not looking too good for the Ethereum price. As we can see, Ethereum, I'm gonna do some specific TA later on Ethereum, but as we can see, at least on a 3-day time frame, do I have a more zoomed? Sure, we can use this. So like just in general though, Ethereum has been within its upper range from its 2022 range so far this year, and it hasn't been looking too crazy for for prices. I just straight up, and then take this, go from here, because I had this triangle. Let's just see the downside. Oh no, the downside target's already here. The downside target was most likely 27%, just because I don't pre-write stuff for no reason. Downside target 27% right there. Um, Projecting off the lows to 1,000 would be another 30% drop, which is not impossible at this point. But if Ethereum's dropping to 1,000, which it definitely can, Um, because if I extend this if Fibonacci over high to the low, seeing where we are, breaking to the downside to the 61.8 after we rejected holding support on a 50% at the base case, I say we're going to the 1484 level as a base case. Um, Rejecting off of that 13 and then the 1-to-1 extension, which I find to be very possible. Not only that, where is it at? Because I know I have it. Here it is. Not only that, on the weekly time frame, we have a bigger wedge that has formed on Ethereum, and basically breaking down from this wedge, we have a target of the bottom of the wedge at 880. But I'm not in the camp of I think that's gonna happen. But I mean, if we just take the low 880, that's just about it. And then we go from high to low, Fibonacci retracement tool, bruh. Okay, I'm just gonna redo this. 880, right? Fibonacci retracement tool. So taking this, expanding that on a weekly time frame. I think this is probably the same result because I'm not. I think I was just about on the same. No, 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 no. It's not the same because it's a larger time frame. Point being, I need to get this a bit more exact. So this is good enough. Point being, we haven't rejected completely. It's down as far as we think we could reject, but with target ranges being bottom of the wedge, I mean, if we really think about it, because we've already started breakdown on a microscopic time frame, like just slightly. Um, Now it really depends if you're gonna include the wicks, and you can, but I mean, I want to see a sustained break to the downside before I say we're in play. So I'm not necessarily saying we're in play, but I'm just saying when we break down, et cetera, I'm thinking break 50%, break 61.8, break 78.6, and 1-to-1. No, maybe not 1-to-1. I feel like this box zone region down here um, has came in as support um, because I think generally the FTX collapse was worse than the whole 3AC capitulation that happened in that summer. Um, why isn't it like connecting? Like, dang, bro. Okay, yeah, because I was like, what's going on? I think the whole FTX situation was a bit, not even a bit worse. It was much worse than the 3AC, Three Arrows. I know that's Three Arrows. BlockFi, um, Terra Luna collapse. I mean, I'd say Terra Luna was probably a good catalyst to send this down. But regardless of that, diving in ADA real quick, ADA is currently breaking down exactly where I was calling for it to break down. Now, I want to see sustained break with closes at the bare minimum on the 3-day time frame for ADA Bitcoin. Like I stated, um, I wanted to see this close below here. So we have about 12 more hours to do that, and projection after that point is 40% base case to the downside to 708 no to 500 sats base case Um, 88 dominance. I mean, fake out in play. Right. I mean, I'm not even gonna go over that really, but this bearish divergence though, what I noticed is playing out on the daily time frame. It is playing out exactly as I said it was going to yesterday. But regardless, I mean, I guess we sort of have to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. It is mostly because Bitcoin is short term seem to be finding somewhat of a top. Um, I mean, not only right, you have like this divergence over here that I talked about previously, right? I mean, weekly time frame bearish divergence. I'm gonna say I already made this argument. I'm not doing it again, but weekly time frame bearish divergence. I'm going with the bearish case, bearish bias. Um, Maybe not even bias. I'm just going with the bearish case. Wait, I can combine these? I didn't know that. Hey, yo, I didn't know I could combine these. Wait, what just happened? No, what did I just do? No, that was kind of lit. I didn't know I could do that. And I just ruined my yeah, I'm going back. I'm clicking back cuz I'm not. What did I do? I just literally combined the indicators, which was like kind of sick. I don't even know how I did that, bro. But what happened? Dog, what? That was so weird. No, straight up, what happened? Dude, that was crazy. I wish I had that, bro. I'm gonna just rewind the video back and see how I did that. But regardless of what I was saying, like, yeah, we're still breaking down from this. But I guess we can zoom in a bit. And I think actually about my other triangle, head and shoulders, little projection. I mean, it seems to be in play. Actually, it seems to be in play, and this is exactly what I was talking about. We rejected right at the 23.6, and obviously, we're looking for closes on the daily time frame. Um, if we continue to close right on the daily time frame for the next week, and close on this weekly this week. Um, and then we eventually by November break to the downside, and December we're floating around bound here. You know, that's not a bad scenario. I think a sustained break below 2018K puts four year cycle theory at risk. So that's why I'm not saying we're going to 18K. I think if 20K is the max, I think 21 to 22K is the more likely region we see a bounce from, especially with the support region at these lower levels. Especially this 20.5, this over here, this 21.3, and yeah, yeah. I do want to bring up DXY um, divided by Bitcoin. It did go up recently. This is when it goes down, it's losing strength against Bitcoin. When it's going up, it's gaining strength against Bitcoin. And today it went up. So that's another contributor for the markets going down. We can go into the chart more specifically. Wait, what? It was up when I looked at it. What happened? Am I tripping? What? Now, okay. No, this is weird, bro. How is it green here? And wait, what? I thought it was up. All right, never mind. This is pretty weird. This is pretty weird. Maybe Bitcoin has just topped out in general, and it's finally following traditional markets. Maybe that's the reason. I guess the DXY is not green. Solana getting wrecked a little bit. I'm not too worried about that. Um, I think it's. Let's just see how the S&P is doing with all the news recently. I'm not gonna talk about it because I'm not trying to get this video like blacklisted or something. But where's my S&P 5? All right. What? So the S&P is green, but Bitcoin is down. All right. I guess it's keeping up that inverse correlation. I guess that's what happened. Because I was like, so the S&P bounces and Bitcoin goes down. Wow. Wow. But maybe that's because these risk on assets are becoming less appealing due to the ongoing conflicts that came out recently. I'm not saying this is good for markets like buying lower or anything. I don't think this is good for anybody, really. I don't even know. Well, really, I'm not about to go into detail. I just don't know enough about the situation, and I'm probably not gonna learn anything about it because, like, I'm not really gonna make a fucking difference. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to. I don't have time for that shit. I got my own list of fucking issues, bro. And here's my thing. Like, I don't understand Americans that genuinely go out of the way to say they're supporting one one side of a war effort or some shit simply by donating like their $5, like they're donating to African children or some shit, like, or they go out and like actually protest, and I don't think you have enough power to influence what's actually going to turn out in the conflict. I genuinely think it's people that don't come from those fucking areas that have so much to say about the situation, and they're never going to get involved in any serious kind of way. And that's why I can't take Americans seriously on the issue. I don't support, war conflict in general, but I think it's really it's like, in my opinion, when we had that whole Black Lives Matter, George Floyd protest shit, and nothing really changed except a whole bunch of money got made, and there was just division. And I mean, we've seen this play out before. The reason why I don't give a fuck, I care about how people are dying, but I'm talking about I don't give a fuck what Americans think about this shit, is because every time Americans think they're making a fucking difference, the only thing that happens is somebody's making a bunch of fucking money off people that are making a fucking difference. And that has happened for the past, I say, decade, over wild ass political shit happening. And if you think that's not the case, then, like, I mean, then you're not paying attention. 2020, with the entire, they had that stimulus and shit. Stocks went up like crazy. They were buying like fucking lows, like madmen. Recently we've had oil prices shoot up because they can't suppress it anymore. How much you want to bet that's insider traded by politicians, right? With the whole Black Lives Matter thing, like, I mean, they had them niggas were cashing the fuck out. They didn't even give a fuck about, the smaller general facets of the corporation. um and not only that, I mean, eventually, I mean, if this gets bad enough, I mean, all this money printed is gonna find itself back around by getting exchange, because with the exchange of these, resources for US dollars that they're letting go out into the free world, I say over a decade time frame or so, eventually it's going to fall back into consumer hands, therefore propping up inflation and making our dollars less valuable, but giving them more power because our dollars mean less. And that's just kind of my whole thing is like, this is a money making thing. We've seen it before. This is about resources again. I don't know why the fuck they sent a whole ship over there. Um, every time. I mean, I understand why the US is always getting involved in these kind of conflicts because, damn, if you're going to have the world reserve currency, you kind of have to be in order to keep that. But damn, but the cats are fighting. Damn. I kind of think that, yeah, I mean, this is all for profit if you can't fucking see it. And honestly, wait, what the fuck is going on with the S&P right here? Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Oh no, this isn't a Head and Shoulders because that this came above that. But I was about to say, I was about to be like, what the fuck? I was about to be like, hold on, hold on. I was about to be like, bro, what? I was about to be like, huh? That it would be crazy if we did an inverse Head and Shoulders, though. That would be insane. I'm just gonna mark this off just in case. But yeah, that basically wraps up the video. I'm not, you know, I think this is gonna actually affect markets negatively for a while. I don't see how this benefits markets at all. People, I mean, it benefits shit like oil and airplanes and shit, but risk on quote unquote assets that people are afraid to touch that really aren't that fucking risky, in my opinion. Like, people aren't gonna fuck with it. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. All right, I'm Vlad Ethereum. I'll see you guys later, Capital Gentlemen.